excited for
Thor sits down promptly.
I'm excited for this. All right, so and this is obviously like going to actually be really unbiased because I love both these people.
Oh, they're both so great.
They're both wonderful people, and I'm just so excited to see them go at it.
And I feel like they both kind of have a similar, not play style, but maybe results in the scene in that
They do. Yes.
every top player is going to be a little bit wary when they play
Right.
the top Minnesotan play.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they'll just lose to a random unseeded nobody who
Yeah.
then doesn't do anything. It's very strange. They are very swingy players. They've got a lot of great reads,
Yep.
but also just some
They're very
mental
risky.
issues. Yeah.
They're very risky, and that can really be hype and great in some
Oh,
ways.
it's so much
that
fun.
can also pull you back a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see that exchange. Also, I feel like Ganon Samus is really volatile.
It's the one in a matchup.
Yeah.
The one is
Literally.
Ganondorf and Samus
Who
player.
ironically plays Snake now, so that doesn't make sense anymore.
Snake
but-
and Inkling.
Yeah. Snakeling. But
Thank
Faver
you.
is the true
I'm glad to know that if I ever say
OG.
two words too closely together, you'll just combine them in the next sentence.
Amazing. I would argue that Faver is one of the OG Samus of Minnesota.
You
though.
really nailed that pluralization.
Yeah.
Good job on you.
Thank you. Yeah, he's been a super diehard Samus main from day one. And also Faver being around since like season 1 of Smash 4. Like this is a veteran right here.
And it's so nice to see him coming back regularly. Because
I
there was a
know.
bit in Smash 4 where he wasn't quite as regular.
Right.
He'd
Burnout's
still come
real.
occasionally. But
Burnout's real. I feel that.
inspiration's real. And I know that Faver had talked to The One after one of their sets in Ultimate. He's like, oh, Samus isn't as bad as I thought, which
Right.
was super inspiring for Faver.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whenever someone thinks your character's garbage and then they play, you're
Yeah.
like, maybe they're not as bad as I thought they were.
I
You did
actually
something.
ran into Faver on Quick Play the other day. I was playing Isabel and got bodied. It was really funny. Faver like killed me at 40 with like a full charge shot like towards the edge of the blast zone.
Oh.
Like off stage.
Oh.
Like it was like a nair to that. I was not ready. And the thing is like Faver like would have died no matter what, but just went for it and I died. So it was like really hype.
I feel
Anyway,
like both of these players have that kind of mentality.
That's
that
what
at
I
some
mean.
point,
Yeah.
they're just going to do it.
They're scary to fight because they play like they got nothing to lose. They're like,
Yeah.
whatever, put it all on black. I don't care, live it up. Life is short.
Yeah. Makes them very fun around to be in life, too, though, because they both
Exactly.
kind of live that way.
Yeah. And I've played Yungsavage now no, not two, just once. But I did play Yungsavage in bracket, and he's scary to fight against because of that. And there's times he would just go for things that I would not think any sensible person would ever go for. But I get hit by it because I'm not expecting it. So this will be really fun.
And Ganondorf's such a good character to utilize that with because his options are
Exactly.
so powerful.
You get the most reward for playing in that way. All right, so starting off here, definitely Faver has the game plan right, wants to wall out Ganon as much as possible. Do not let that wizard near you. Ooh,
I would call him a warlock.
yeah. He's a warlock. Sorry, warlock.
Trying to get off these platforms is going to be hard. Samus can cover a lot of like horizontal ground with her projectiles and then her well-spaced aerials.
Right. Missiles seem very effective. Ooh, and he eats a really charged shot there, down being into Samus. Now, Ganondorf's down B is really good and like has a lot of lingering hitbox and goes really far, but you can't be too liberal with it.
Beautiful bomb conversion into that charge
Yeah.
shot. Thing is, like, I don't feel like Samus is that far ahead. Obviously, one good hit could
I
end it,
know.
but it's so scary.
I mean, at this point, Ganon goes so early too. His smash attacks are devastating in this game. That up air almost doing it.
Under
Goodness.
yeah.
And that's what I mean. And the nair, wow.
Don't know if that was a shield poke or not. That does hit very high.
Oh no, it kind of looked like it.
Also could have been Faver trying to up B and then just got hit by the disjointed, ginormous legs of Ganondorf.
Yeah, that is one thing I've noticed. Samus's up B doesn't seem as great in this game. Seems a little toned down from 4. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
just
perhaps. I don't know. It's honestly something I was never very good at.
Oh,
Smash
sure.
4.
That's true. You didn't use it a lot.
Ooh! Is
And
that
that's
just a blind spot?
No, I think there's still intangibility, but just barely.
Bravery by Faver. And
Yeah.
Faver kind of struggling to take this first stock,
Yeah.
which is terrifying.
Oh, there we go. That's not going to do it, though. Okay, good dash tag. Dash tag definitely got a bit of a knockback buff. And that'll be it.
Fortunately, he did a directional air dodge. I think he could have done a neutral air dodge and perhaps lived.
I think he
would have been close, but Faver looked ready to cover whatever option.
Exactly, and at that point, it's really hard for Ganon. That's where he's still very weak, is those ledge situations. Once he uses all his options, all his tools, he's really vulnerable.
And it seems like these two are just kind of trying to fight to get to that center stage. They both,
you
saw them have trouble getting down from those platforms when the other one's underneath them. So
it's tricky because Samus can try to outzone Ganondorf here, but then when it comes to getting those confirmed, Samus does need to get fairly close. So that's where it becomes very volatile, I think. And if Ganondorf's really good at playing that waiting game, he can capitalize on that more.
Ooh, and Yungsavage just barely misspacing those down Bs. That's the second time.
Beautiful.
He got right in Faver's face. Ooh. This projectile onslaught is ridiculous.
Faver seems to have gotten some of his footing back here. Oh, but that is unfortunate up B. You got to be really careful because that is a great out-of-shield option, but very committal.
And the perfect punish by Yungsavage, because a lot of people might go for an up smash.
Yeah.
Might have been too laggy. Just go for something that kills.
I really like that movement by Faver, though, using that bomb to kind of mix it up, land into a grab. But Yungsavage getting some crazy damage, not going to die quite yet.
And there's a weird percent threshold where, like, you don't really care how much more damage you take as long as you're alive.
That's not... Oh, barely.
I think mixed up the DI.
Yeah, he definitely was holding in because there was no lightning, so pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
looked like he got grabbed with the hair dodge together.
The animation looked really wonky there. Oh, eats a full missile, 2 forward smash, almost a charge shot. Faver popping off now, using this momentum, almost getting the read, but not quite.
Faver understanding and demonstrating a perfect knowledge of Ganon's burst range.
Yes.
Like just always being just outside or being able to dash outside of down B or down.
Yes. Just hit and run, baby.
Ooh! Oh! Still has double jump with like, it's so nerve-wracking.
I like the idea of the back here. Ooh, Yungsavage, beautiful read on that neutral get up.
Early double jump, Yungsavage.
This is really scary for Faver. Ooh, the wake up B was so smart. Really close game 1.
Going for that nair to try to send Ganon back off stage. And Yungsavage.
Oh, I was expecting the grab, but a beautiful pivot forward smash, punishing that down B real hard. Ooh. Oh my god, the tilter, the shield pressure is crazy.
Catching the double jump with that, but great air dodge back stage.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
And you saw the smile on Faver's face there. Like, he knows that Yungsavage earned that. Like, that was just a good match.
I mean, honestly, Yungsavage's composure at the end was so good because there's a lot to be said about, like, when you're in that position against Samus, it can be so hard to crawl your way back. And just getting that meaty dash attack, finding that window of opportunity. And, like, that's the thing is, like, sometimes you get it, but if you're not composed, you'll miss it. And then you lose.
So many projectiles, and on top of that, like, back air kills, neutral air kills. Like, there's so much you need to be aware of and avoid, and he did a very, very good job.
Absolutely. And that was really exciting. Also, Faver's like kind of comeback because the early part of that game seemed very heavily in Yungsavage's favor. So I like the idea of going back to the stage, honestly. I think it's pretty good for Samus.
I think it's a great stage for both of them.
Yeah.
Like, you saw how when they were in advantage, they were in advantage forever.
That's true. That's very true. Ooh, Yungsavage doing some nice pokes here. I really like his, I don't know, his neutrals improved a lot, I think, over the time he's been competing here.
I think one of the things... Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh,
and the unfortunate thing was, I think Faver wanted a shield, but he got put into that bomb animation of the bomb exploding. There was nothing Faver could have done besides jump away.
Oh my god, the spacing, though, by Yungsavage was still so good. Like, that was such a, like... And that was the first time he had gone for that.
Oh, yeah. And now it's just... Yungsavage doesn't have to approach. He can just kind of make Faver nervous, be Ganondorf, and see what happens.
This is kind of anxiety the matchup. TBH. Ooh, nice.
And that's something
double jump.
Faver's been doing super well, is calling out jumps. Specifically with forward air. He probably could do it with neutral air as well, but this is a very jump-heavy game because of the low jump squats and low landing lag.
I've noticed that, yeah. So being able to find the tools to call them out is really beneficial, absolutely.
There it is again. And we've seen Faver make some crazy comebacks. Like,
ooh, beautiful pivot grab. Yeah, we have the bomb. Ooh, the bomb was smart.
Great low
Faver
recovery.
definitely has great momentum. Was an advantage for a while.
Doesn't matter unless you can find the kill.
Yeah, that roll-in was real committal. Got to be careful about that, especially against Ganon.
Rolls just have so much more end lag than they did in Smash 4. It takes a while to adjust to.
Seems like with Ganon, you really just gotta rely on your fast options and try to box him out and try to take advantage of his lack of speed.
Be so side to die to jab. Double?
That trade though, what? Oh, that was super unfortunate for Faver. That bear across the stage, that's gotta hurt.
Saw the disappointment in his face. Like, he's upset.
Because that was such a good idea, but
being this far behind, I actually would have really loved to see Faver try to land.
And that's all you
Never mind.
Though.
Never mind, you do you. That was great.
Amazing. And that was so good, too, because Faver called out that Yungsavage was being really good about being patient off stage and not, like, air dodging, but just, like, going, like, bam, deal with it. Think fast, you know? Oh, it catches his face!
Knowing that Ganondorf's tall, putting it at a place where it would catch a small jump or stand. Faver.
Yeah, the positioning was great, and the pivot grab to further the advantage state. Faver looking a lot fresher. And this is what I mean. Faver's the type of player who almost gets powered up when he's really behind. And we're seeing right now why that is.
Yeah, if he needs to make one mistake like that every set to turn this on,
like
lose that stock.
Do it. Just Anubis strategy, you know? Scary, though. Yungsavage can still pull through here using Ganondorf's really powerful options. Oh, catching the tail end of that neutral get up, too.
Charge shot moving slow enough that it's actually kind of easy to catch those. And Faver, look, throwing out these kill moves, ready to end this game.
Beautiful neutral by Faver, just finding all the options to shut him down. Zair, charge shot.
Oh, reading that jump again, but this is where it gets scary against Ganondorf.
Yeah, beautiful reverse hit of that up air by Yungsavage. Ooh, that was scary. That would have been it. Oh. Okay, I like Faver's decision to not chase him there. That would have been scary.
So nerve-wracking because this is almost the exact situation of game one.
It's fine. Good low recovery.
Knowing that Yungsavage needs to stock as much as he does.
Yungsavage with the beautiful cross-up option.
Whoa! There it is.
Right in the face. Oh, that was stressful. And I am feeling for these two right now. They're probably so like,
I love the different faces of it because like they both have the same level of stress. Yungsavage is laughing and Faver's just you can see it.
Well, they're also very expressive people.
Yes.
So it's even better for that reason too. They're very emotional players.
Yeah, so am I now.
Can make for that's why it makes for exciting sets when they're both emotional like that. Ugh. Okay, we're fine. We're fine.
Are we fine?
No. I think I'm gonna have an aneurysm. If you just hear a loud thud in the background at Game 3, you'll know what happened.
Yeah, because you'll have shut up. Got him.
I'm leaving. I can't work under these conditions. I can't. Excuse me. I'm trying to leave.
Yeah, have fun.
I can't. I don't have that vertical ability. I can't jump over you.
You are very white.
And very short. But yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll sit down.
I would have loved to see you try, though, with the headset still on.
No, I respect Josh's equipment too much for that.
Aw.
Aw.
And the small stage pick. All right.
Honestly. Yeah, my feelings exactly. Helix made a really nice cringe face. I feel it. This is a rough stage, but honestly, really smart pick for Yungsavage.
I think so.
I mean, where does Samus go?
And almost that entire comeback last game was charge shot. If you don't have the ability just to run away and charge shot, maybe that doesn't happen.
I think Ganon does a phenomenal job pressuring the stage too. The platforms are a perfect height for him. And he really doesn't mind the slant, because he's just going to jump over it anyway.
Those missiles are so weird to deal with, because they stop, and then they travel kind of slow. They're weird to parry, they're weird to spot dodge.
Right.
And you can see Yungsavage has had a lot of decent ideas for it, just the timing is weird.
Ooh, beautiful Zair. I love that Faver's taking more advantage of those Zairs in this matchup specifically. Still a very good option and a good cross-up on the fair.
Favor's coverage of his recovery has been real good. He's throwing out like preemptive missiles or charge shots to make sure that Ganon, who has ginormous hitboxes, can't get in there.
Yeah. Yungsavage's patience is something that should be commended. I mean, when you play Ganondorf, it's so easy to just run into stuff, but Yungsavage has done a pretty good job avoiding a lot of those projectile setups, and that can be really hard when you're huge and beefy like Ganondorf.
I feel like Yungsavage has also done a pretty good job of getting back to on the stage every time he's at ledge, which probably means that Faver could also work on his ledge trapping a little bit, but like Yungsavage is also always picking the right option.
Exactly. The problem, though, is I think they're both getting a little predictable with their option select and with their approaches, and also their kill moves,
air dodge. He still has to jump, This is ridiculous. It's these are very high percents on a very tiny stage and two high-powered characters.
And honestly, the rage helping Faver a lot there. Oh, geez,
that'll do it.
And that's where, again, like a lot of people like to jump in between stocks because it's unsafe. But honestly, you got to be real careful about not doing that every time, because especially against characters like Ganondorf, who have an up there like that, very scary. Ooh.
Oh, lots of damage.
And that's a nice little road follow-up. Wow. And another one. Ganondorf's grab game is actually pretty decent.
And Faver's ledge play has almost always been try to get a 2-frame or something of this nature, go back to roll distance, which is good. But if he mixed it up, like Yungsavage has gotten adjusted to that, he could get a big punish.
Oh, this is still such a volatile set between these two players. I mean, they're so close. Oh, back air.
Gets the cross-up with the Wizard's kick.
Good missile, finding a way back on stage. These two going at it. Yungsavage doing a pretty good job using those platforms to stay out of Samus's effective range. Ooh, that's beautiful fade back to ledge, and the aggressive bear to avoid getting forward smashed into oblivion. Someone help these men.
These two are like just barely avoiding all of these lethal attacks.
Dying.
Oh.
Yeah, this is.
Ooh. That last hitbox though.
Spacing.
I know that Yungsavage had done a move. I just don't know what that move was.
Oh my gosh!
And there goes
only 2.6%. Fair simulator. Oh no. Oh,
neutral air.
Oh no!
Just running for it.
I mean, and that's what I mean. They have nothing to lose. But Faver had such a good high recovery there. Oh. Beautiful spacing on that grab. Okay, jab, get him off stage. That makes sense.
Jab 2 connected. Who is this magician?
I know, right? Honestly, you should win just for connecting jab 2. Oh, beautiful call out. I like that he didn't try to be defensive there, actually, because he might have got clipped by it because he was at ledge. So choosing to charge shot was really smart.
Faver using his jump out of charge very well this past couple seconds.
That could have been a huge whiff on that up tilt. Oh, the spot dodge was everything by Yungsavage. Continuing his advantage, saying the charge shot, being like, no, not like this.
Thank you for articulating things and not just making nervous noises.
I usually do that, but I don't know what it is today. I'm better. The turnaround for his head was so smart.
And now the
Oh, Faver is so scared.
He turned around. The charge shot went the other way. That could have been totally different. And you can see the disappointment in Faver's face.
I think he B-reversed and he didn't mean to.
And that happens a lot more in Ultimate because the way the buffering system works, the way you can hold things, just the control you have of your character is better. So you can turn around much easier and not even notice it. But great stuff to Yungsavage. Great job for that set. That was winner's round 2.
Yeah, right?
What a good time.
That hurt me. And like, that's
Yeah, you're fragile. That's a what? You wanted to say something maybe?
You know, just because it's true doesn't mean you have to say it. But no, I mean, also, like, obviously I'm bummed to see either of those players go to loser after that set because they were both playing so well. And I wish there was a world that we could both go on, but this is Smash Brothers, not participation-driven Brothers, so I tried. Anyway.
It was a shot.
It was an attempt. Hey, they can't